many gardeners that are looking for paradise, looking for a place where they can retire, where they can grow whatever they want to grow. There's many factors involved in that. And is it too warm for you? Can you actually stand to be outside? Is it too high for you, the altitude sickness? How good is the topsoil? How good is the weather? There's all these factors that make it very important that you choose the right location.
In Ecuador, there will always be a hidden valley more beautiful than the next. You have to find that perfect spot.
I'll give you an example. Here in the Andes, there's the problem of the soil being paper thin. So if you're willing to prepare yourself to make, a really nice layer of topsoil, that's the first step you have to do. The problem is you just can't buy it. We have not found a source for topsoil here. We basically have to make it, find it, or just keep on composting like crazy and growing things for compost. We have 21 degrees, 19 degrees, 18 degrees, 22 degrees as a max. So it's good weather for somebody to be outside. The sun will burn your scalp, so you have to wear a hat, which I don't do. But there's many options here to grow an incredible garden.
This is typically what a building site would look like, where you could start your garden and your homestead. Beautiful spots spread out through the countryside.
You need a good source of water, so having a river nearby. There's lots of water in Ecuador, so that's not too much of a problem. So you're going to have to do a real good property search to find that perfect piece of land here in Ecuador. I'll give you an example. So we can grow 50% more produce and plants than somebody another 500 meters or 300 meters up the hill. The wind difference and the temperature difference is enormous just by dropping 400, 500 feet in elevation. So we're at 2,300 meters here. So you have to have a good ticker, you have to be in good shape, you have to be able to survive the pressure on you from the atmosphere. So it's a different type of gardening here. It's a tough type of gardening where you are given very little and you have to make it into a lot. Like you have to really exaggerate what you do with the garden. And it's not impossible here to create great gardens if you're willing to do the groundwork. So when we first got here, we had a problem with getting bitten on the ankles. And what happens is once they bite you enough, they sort of have no interest in you. It's very strange. So everyone who comes here as a newling will be eaten alive. And once you get past that stage, it goes away. Like I haven't been bitten forever, just maybe once in a while. Now, there is a lack of sunshine here. There is a lack of good, rich soil. There is a lack of seed availability. You don't ever want to limit yourself to what you can grow, so you got to sort of, find plant material wherever you can. A problem with cold vegetables and fruits that really like the cold. Apples don't do so well here. Pears don't do so well here, but you can grow them. They just don't taste great. So there's all that, and you can actually get from A to B in these types of properties. You have to do your groundwork to find them. A good source of water is a must. And just 30 minutes towards Vilcabamba there, it gets so hot that it's almost unbearable to garden there. So you have to sort of really pay attention to finding a lower laying microclimate that is suitable for growing almost anything. Can't be too cold, can't be too warm, just right in the Goldilocks zone. These properties do exist. You have to sort of do some good research in finding them. You basically need 1 month and a truck or a car, probably a truck, to scope out all these properties. And then it's going to be hard to buy it because the moment they understand that you're a foreigner, the real estate deal gets very, very tough. That is definitely going to be a big factor in this. This property here, was 18,000, and the person kept adding to the price because I was an extranjero. And you just have to say no, and they will come back if nobody else wants the property. So that's the best way to look at it, is just say no if they cheat on the negotiations. Other than that, is it a great place to grow? Yes, it's a great place, but it's extra work because you're at high altitude, and you're also subject to the equatorial sun. So you got to be very careful how you deal with your outdoor times. You have to be very cautious, protect yourself, and everything will grow here. I will say that it rains perfectly here as well. Like usually at nighttime you'll get like a really nice rain, and during the day you might get a rain. So the rain, the moisture content is there. Again, the sun is a little bit lacking, but you sort of make your microclimates on your lot so that you have these places where you can grow your tomatoes and cucumbers, maybe a little greenhouse here and there, and you could grow anything you want here. You just have to really focus on starting the process of being very fertile.